What's up? What's up? What's up? Yes, this is your girl Dee Dee Walker Live, and I'm so excited because today is not only Monday, is not only a new year, but we've got an amazing guest that was on my last year's show. He's back, and I labeled the title of the show "The Chef is Back." So you probably hear him in the kitchen moving around and getting all of his stuff ready. And I'm gonna go ahead and just go bam, bam, like bam. What? He go this kitchen. What's up, Mr. Chef Gary Kinsey?
I'm here.
What's up? What's up? So everybody, I invited him on. I'm gonna go ahead and put my avatar on. I'm sorry. So everybody, I invited him on the show last year, which was like so amazing. He cooked an amazing meal. And one of the things that I made a mistake is that I had that dang banger banner up the whole time. So you couldn't see his what he was cooking. So I am going to let him introduce himself first, and then I want him to tell us this amazing meal that he's about to throw down in the kitchen about. You ready? You're going to tell us about yourself, and then you're going to tell us about this amazing meal that you're
Okay.
getting ready to throw down in the kitchen about.
Okay. So what we're gonna do right now? I mean, my name is Chef Gary. I'm sorry. I'll tell you about me first. And I am a celebrity private chef. Okay. Um, it was great to be on Dee Dee's show last year. Had a good time. But one thing I did do was I came straight out of the cabinets and the refrigerator, and I did do a whole dish. But today, what we're gonna do is teach people how to do cold hors d'oeuvres. And one thing that I love to do is I'm a healthy chef portion wise, because a lot of times people are overeating with a lot of things that basically aren't healthy for their body or overcooked, or nutrients cooked out of food. So I'm going to show you how to change that today. And I know people are, it's habits. They have habits, the way they've been eating, the way generational eating, we eat the same. I'm part of that generation. So today I'm going to show you how to keep things sexy, Southern, if that's what you were used to with cholesterol, hypertension, fatty livers due to non-alcoholic fatty livers, how to keep that same flavor, but mix it in with superfoods, mix it in with things that's going to save your life every day, as you put it in your body. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to show you to do today. That's what I do every day.
What's up?
All right. Was that enough, Dee Dee?
Yes, that was freaking perfect. I love it. Did you say you're gonna make things sexy? Did you add that in
Sexy.
there?
It's got to be sexy. It's got to be sexy.
Oh,
If it's not,
honey. Oh, honey.
yeah. If
All
it's
I
not
heard was
sexy,
sexy.
why do you even want to engage in something that's not sexy, right?
There you
Everything
go.
you
There you
do.
go. There you go. There you go. I love it. I love it for the fact that you talked about some things that you know, a lot of us have to be forced to deal with. And you mentioned non-alcoholic fatty liver. I didn't even know that was a thing until I started hearing it so much. And high cholesterol and all those things. And so it's such a refresher to know that we can actually make a meal that is not only sexy, but delicious and healthy at the same time. So I can't wait to see what you cook.
So I'm going to move you back a little bit. So yeah, if we talk about like the fatty livers, it mostly it's believe it or not, it happens when women have babies. After they have babies, they body change, and things like that happen. It contributes to that. It's toxicities in the system, and that goes with the skincare too. Very important to take care of your skin. The perfect moisturizers for your skin, the perfect soaps, because at the same time, that's protecting the calcium. You know what I mean? Anything that gets past the calcium and affects that is toxic, and it it, it causes toxins to get into your system. Let me turn my butter down. And then fatty livers occur from certain things like that, including kidney disease, heart disease, and so forth. show you how I have my shrimp here on ice. When I say I keep it on ice, I keep it on ice. It's gonna do three,
Yeah,
one
that's
shrimp, one chicken, and one egg. Like I said, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Same, like I said, superfood, same vegetable, just switching the proteins. Put that on ice. Wash my hands. Are you still there, Dee Dee? I don't see you
I'm
moving around.
I'm still here. I'm still here. If you see my avatar, I'm still here. If you see that avatar
Okay.
disappear, that means I ain't there. I'm sitting here looking at this meal. Delicioso.
Right. So I have some chicken breast here. I'm just gonna cut it down real small in length.
Chicken breast.
Huh?
I said chicken breast. I'm gonna tell you something. That's what we live in this house. But I like wings, but we make so many different meals with chicken breast. So I'm excited to
So,
see what you're gonna make.
so what I do is I don't use the chicken breast. This is the tenderloin from the chicken
Oh,
breast.
that's the tenderloin.
So
Okay, cool. I
on
misunderstood. I'm sorry.
most of my lives during COVID 2 years ago, what I did was I showed people how when they go to the grocery store and they're buying their meats, how they could buy the meat whole and break it down themselves, meaning that they can separate the tenderloins from the chicken. I should have put a wet napkin under here to keep the cutting board from moving. That's one thing you should always do at home, or a towel when you're working with a sharp knife. But if you separate the chickens when you buy them and you put them in Ziploc bags, you will save lots of money from the grocery store, because now I've just used my tenderloin for exactly what I need it for without taking a whole chicken breast and wasting it. The tenderloin is perfect for this because, like, it's tender. You can make nuggets. You can make nuggets. You can do chicken fingers. Move over here really quick. I just want to put a towel under here.
One of the things that I wanted to ask you too is that I noticed that you keep putting up this edibles thing. So as we go a little bit longer, I want to ask you about your edibles.
Okay, edibles. Okay. So as you know, I'm no longer part of the edibles book. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, that's very, very important.
Okay.
That's very important. So I'm no longer a part of that project.
Okay. All right. Cool beans. But what I do want you to tell us about what you do have going on. So I'll let you lead with that.
Okay. So I have a couple of different things going on. Like the book is still like number one on the list, ready to go. Also, my own fashion. That's also and was always priority.
Okay.
Just different launch dates that I can't release right now, but we're almost there. 2022 will be the year for everything, because everything had to get done first, like the fashion, the prototypes, the virtual dressing rooms, the virtual measurements, and just getting people in line to believe in you to do those things for you, because I'm not a fashion designer. I never knew anything about fashion before even getting myself involved in the modeling aspect of all of this. So I grew to learn and develop. So I have those things going on. But just cooking every day and redesigning menus and the way people are eating. That's it. A hip hop artist called me yesterday morning. And he said to me, he says, "Hey, the mayor of New York called you a shoe shiner." I said, "What are you talking about?"
Oh,
I said,
wow.
"What does that?" Yeah, I said, "What does that mean?" This is a rapper who basically he's a New York rapper. He's very very strong in his community, um, and he's very involved in what the mayor and anyone who a politician in the city has to say. So Mayor Eric Adams did. He said that cooks are low skilled workers in the same category as bike messengers and shoe shiners. And okay, I can go with the bike messenger thing, but when was the last time you saw shoe shiners? You feel me? Like, that's what you taking this. But in the same breath, 2 years ago, he stated how food saved his life and brought his sight back. Not a doctor, not the bulletproof vest he wore when he was an officer, nothing but food brought his sight back. He said this 2 years prior to calling the same people who saved his life low skilled workers.
Oh wow.
So,
Wow.
I'm just on the debate with that to say that, how important chefs are, whether they know that they're help healing, they're involved in the healing process or not. They're very important. But who are more important than us, the dishwashers who clean those dishes to keep hepatitis and all those other things from starting? Everybody's got to eat, whether they eat at home or they eat out. And the industry starts here, whether it's in the grocery store, produce department, the butcher department, it starts with us
Yeah,
before
that's
you
very
ever hit a
true.
doctor.
Well, yeah, that's very true. That's very true. And let me tell you something. When it comes down to the chefs, it comes down to where when you go to visit family, where's the first thing you do? You go in the kitchen, you sit around in the kitchen and you talk and you have a good time and you share recipes. And that's where some of these chefs originated and everything. So, what was amazing, that I just wanted to kind of bring up some questions that folks had for the last time that you weren't here. So we're not going to talk about the edibles because you said that you're no longer involved with that. And somebody said, "What's wrong with the edibles?" But
Oh
one of
no,
the
I can
questions.
answer that.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So nothing's
Answer that,
wrong
and then
with
we'll
the
go to the
edibles. The
question.
edibles itself, that's created by me. The food part of edibles will always be there. The food, the edibles, all of those creations, the menu, that will always be there. Nothing's changed with that. Um, the book's concept of what everyone saw was basically, my food mixed in with nudity, and that was the feedback I got. Um, I gotta keep in mind that I have young kids. Every time a number is
Mm,
placed in someone's
interesting.
phone, the first place it takes them to is Facebook.
Right.
You're right.
Right.
So I have my children who are young. They're 8, 10. I mean, they're 8, 9, 10, and 12. They're teachers. My daughter took an edibles card because she doesn't know what edibles is. By mistake, she put it in her book bag and she gave it to her teacher. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
I'm an adult
Uh-oh.
and it's separate from my kid's life, but I felt like at that point, what can my kids actually? I'm designing a cookbook that may do very well that my kids could never see, that they're so excited about. So I couldn't do that, and it wasn't the vision I had. I had a vision of models and fashion, meaning that basically the models would be it would be elegant and classy mixed together. I couldn't have elegant and then it was swimsuits or nothing. I that it wasn't going to work. And everyone else, I was losing the industry on my food because I had it involved in I had it next to sex too much.
Okay. Well, totally understand it, and I commend you for doing that because you are right because I that's one of the things with me when I put up certain posts or people may comment, and for the most part I won't delete anything, but if it's something of a sexual of a sexual manner or whatever you have it, and I know that my nieces and nephews are going to look at it, I'm going to delete it because you got to, like you said, your daughter probably took the card to school because she's proud of you and she
Right,
wants
she
to show
is.
her teacher what you're doing. And now you got to explain, explain to the teacher. So I totally understand it. I totally
But
get it.
and it was bigger than that. It was just I had gay men who were like, well, I don't see the gay men, I don't see the men. the men were supposed to be shot. But what I've realized with a lot of photographers, men aren't their subject. You understand? It's not their subject. When it goes back to the editing room and they're editing, I don't think that they're editing men like they are the women. And I get it. I don't have anything against photography and models who shoot that way. It wasn't right for me in the book, in the food. I didn't want to send off that image that my food was only, about sex, or and edibles didn't relate to sex. So I had to take it away, and I wished everyone luck with what they were doing. I've asked several times, let's do it that way, and more women were shot than food. I just felt like there was no focus really on the food, and we were a year and a half in, and it shouldn't have took that long. And I cooked a lot of food and put it in a lot of different places, but I only saw like a couple of plates of food, So I had to get involved in something that was for me, not that it was gonna take away from anyone else.
Totally understand it. Totally understand it. Totally understand it. So this dish that you're making right here. So basically, this is like a really fast and easy dish. And could you kind of repeat the ingredients one more time for us?
So right here, what I have is this is just chicken tenderloin right here. It's the tenderloin of the chicken. I just basically diced up, and so I minced it up by hand. I didn't need a buffalo chopper or anything like that. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to bread it, just lightly bread it. That's it. I'm going to dip it I got a little milk bath. I mean, not a milk bath, an egg wash over here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically pat it up a little bit, and then I'm going to drop it in some flour and some breadcrumbs, just like we would if we were going to bread something. I just got to get the flour here. I forgot it. I didn't forget it. I threw it out. Okay, here we go. So I got a little flour here.
Okay. So one of the questions that folks was wanting me to ask you the last time you came on the show, you were talking about the different celebrities that you have cooked for, and they wanted me to have you elaborate on that a little bit. So I don't want to make the same mistake that I made with the edibles. So, but I want to say Wanda Sykes was one of them. Am I correct? Okay.
Right.
Go ahead. Explain a little bit about that.
So Wanda Sykes basically was one of those people that working for the Jets. Now, understand, mentioning names like that is an NDA, non-disclosure. You know that. So you know how that works. So I got to be very careful. That's why pictures are not on. I have non-disclosure NDAs on everything where someone tells you can be in front of them at a party hugged up on them. If they put an NDA on it, I can't show anything. But no one's ever said talk.
I know about them NDAs. Yep. That's why I wanted you to be like very I'll let you say it instead of me saying it.
So most of the time, the whole goal was working at the New York Jets. You'll end up at someone's home, maybe perhaps doing a barbecue, and then you'll meet people, there. It's a big networking thing. That's what you do. But you got to do a good job when you do that, and not be considered to help. I never put myself in positions where I'm going to be considered to help. Where when I come to your home, you want me to stand captain style, and I can't move and I never want to do that. So I always have an agreement. If I come as, somewhat type family, where I can move around and enjoy life while I'm cooking, but be able to speak. You know what I mean? That's a big thing to me. So yeah, Wanda Sykes, I've met a lot of artists, hip hop artists or singers, only because I went after the videographers who may be shooting their videos in New York. I had no interest in the artists at all. I just had interest in networking to get to people that would be working with the artists. The artist does nothing for me. I can't charge them any more than I will charge you. It's called price gouging. You depend on tips, from anyone when you do that. So But to be on set and to meet a lot of famous people, or a lot of known artists like Jada Kiss, or any of these people that's out there during that moment, you'll find out that a lot of them are not eating what you're cooking. Like this. Jada Kiss is a juicer. He's a juicer. Blase blase. He's all alkaline diet. You know. So let me get a plate and set this on. This is ready. So I'm gonna just put this on a plate. Give me 1 second. Then we can catch up here. So a lot of people I thought would like fried foods and stuff like that. They don't. Or chicken, they don't eat it. And one thing I've learned is because they travel a lot, and because when you're in a different country, you might be in Brazil, and then the next day you're in Bogota, and how many people have been out of New York into Bogota and know what the menus are? So vegetarians, vegans, and alkaline diets, keto, they're safe. They're safe. You know, it's never going to change no matter where they go. Vegetable is going to be vegetables, and that's that.
Okay, so would you consider yourself a traveling chef? Could you tell us all the places that you've been?
When you say have I been like as far as travel?
Yeah, would you consider yourself a traveling chef? And if that's the case, could you tell me all the place, or tell the viewers or some of the places you've been, at least?
Well, I mean, right here in just the U.S., Tennessee, Miami, Nevada, Atlanta, um, some of those places multiple times, Denver. You know, so that's it. You know, that's a traveling chef. Anything other than that is a floater. If you're moving around your same city, you're nothing but a floater. You got to call it what it is. That's a floating chef. You know, you're moving. But when you got to board a plane, get off, go and cook for someone, and get back on a plane and come home, whether it's the same day or eight days, that's a traveling chef.
Okay.
I've gone for 8 days. I've been gone for 4 days, 5 days, or just two. You know, just gone.
Okay, okay, cool beans, cool beans,
Mm-hmm.
cool beans. For the audience who are tuning in right now, I'm so excited because I got Mr. Gary Kinsey on right now, and he's cooking an awesome meal. And you might hear my family in the background, so I'm gonna go down.
All right.
I'm gonna go
So
back
what I'm gonna do
downstairs.
now, I'm gonna do a hollandaise, and just to catch up, I got the patty done. I think I took a little bit of time on that patty. So let me get that. So with a simple hollandaise, all I need is just 1 egg, a bowl, some clarified butter, which I have over here, and I'm gonna do a spicy truffled hollandaise. So this is truffle oil, and I'm gonna use a spicy cayenne to spice it up some, and this is gonna be for the fish. Now what I want to do is I don't want to use. Let me bring you right here. I only want to use the egg yolk. I don't want any egg white, so I want to get the egg white out, and you can use the shell of the egg and just toss the egg back until you only have the egg yolk itself. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take that egg yolk and I'm gonna right here in the bowl. Slide that to the side. I'm gonna take my little whisk and I'm gonna turn you around here. Now, this is steaming water. That's all it is steaming water. And I just want to put my pan in there. And I got to move this around, but I do not want to cook it. You do not want to cook it. So you got to move fast. You do not. If it starts to scramble, you lost it. You turn it up some. Get some more steam. There we go. A little bit. All right. I'm going to turn you back over here. And what I have in here is a little paste. Nothing is cooked, right? I probably get a little bit more. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here in my back pocket and get out a rag, and I'm going to wet it. I'm going to take that and I'm going to tie it in a little hole because I need 2 hands here. So this is going to be my second hand. See? I'm going to take the butter. I'm just going to mix it in here. Really slow. You can drip it in. Because if you don't, it's going to break. All right. And a little Worcestershire. And I didn't open it up here.
Y'all, this looks good. I can't wait.
Put my little fingernail under there. Did I answer your questions?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I'm excited. That meal, oh my goodness. I wish I was there so I could sample it. I'm trying to tell you. And every time that you go live and you show yourself cooking the food, it always looks so freaking delicious. And I kind of get jealous because I'm like, dang, I wish I was there. Looks like you're having some problems opening that.
Yeah, it's been a busy year, so I've been trying to keep up, and just gonna put a drop of Worcestershire, and I don't have Tabasco, so what I'm gonna use is just regular do I have? Yes, I do. Just regular
Is that hot sauce?
just
Uh-oh.
regular hot sauce. It's important to wipe around the rims of all bottles. All right, and then I'm gonna take the truffle oil. All right, so I don't want the typical. And I lost it. It broke, so that's okay. We're gonna come back to that. Let me get the patty in. And let that just cook like that. And I'll bring you back over here. And we're gonna bring out now the avocado. I'm gonna get the avocado prepped up. I think we all know how to cut an avocado, right? But I can cut it right here.
Somebody inboxed me about the fruit. You can't see the picture up there, but there's a picture of you standing over, and it looks like a flower, but it's made out of fruit and stuff like that. I see that you make a lot of things like that. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
The Garmage. So yeah, Garmage started with me because of waste. I was one to not waste food, so I just got into I was always one for edibles arrangements. So when I was in culinary school, when I was in culinary school, they had one class that was basically a basic class, teach you the basics of garde. And while I was in that class, I took ice sculpture. And I just took basic ice sculpture, but it was one thing that I concentrated on once I was out, and it just became one of those things I fell in love with: carving fruit, carving ice, um, turning fruit into just beautiful things. The skin of it, without throwing it away. Like once we peel something off like this, most people throw it in the garbage. Um, I was creating art with it. Um, and it just stuck around. And people said all the time, like, well, you can't eat that. I'm like, well, the skin is the best part of anything you eat. It's what saves your life. That's how it protects the flesh that you're eating. It sits in the sun, sits in gardens, and the flesh is protected by the most valuable part of everything. It's skin. You can't eat this skin, but orange pills, lemon pills, all these things are great for you. And you just turn it into art, and people choose to do what they want with it. You know, whether they want to eat it, but it definitely becomes part of the plate, and it's no longer flowers and things that we put on the plate back in early 1990s. You know, it's different. And food is supposed to make people happy. When you sit down to eat it, you're supposed to be happy.
Yep, I know it makes me happy. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that out loud.
Just having a hard time here. Give me 1 second. I got a lot of.
Well, I'm gonna let you do your thing while you're cooking that because I know you can't hear me over the food popping and all that other good stuff. So I'm gonna let you finish up your meal, and then I'll ask some other questions when you get to a good point.
All right. So the first one we're gonna do is the avocado is gonna be all by itself. So I want to take it and I want to cut a little bit off so it sits flat. All right. And then this one, trim off the old. Anything that doesn't look right. And there's that Cajun patty right here. You see this?
Ooh, that looks
So
good.
we made that, me and you. Y'all was here with me, right? And you made your own patty. Now, you could throw this over your favorite salad just like it is if you want, or you can let it sit and do what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to show you. So we got that out the way. So while I'm waiting, I'm going to go ahead and put my shrimp in.
Ooh.
All right. So my shrimp I have here, I have seasonings in there. No obey. I kind of make my own. That way I control the sodium, the salt content in that. All right. And I want to coat them because that is no salt. So I can do what I want. Right. And then we get the salt on there later once they start cooking. But all you want is spices that will save your life on here. Um, like your paprikas, your cayennes. And then you want to get a small base like a lemon pepper to neutralize that spice, and that's it. But you make it yourself. Obey has 350 milligrams of salt, and that's per teaspoon. It's a lot. All right, so now I'm just gonna take out a little frying pan. Let's move this back. And then I'm gonna get some cilantro.
Is there a particular place that you like to shop to get your food ingredients?
I do. So um, I love the neighborhood meat markets that are good meat markets. I would always go onto a blog or read the reviews. Um, because a lot of times people get meat home and they realize it smelled bad or it wasn't cleaned properly, and you always get good reviews when you look um, at what people say, even if it's one person saying something negative. Take it serious. And then the farmers market, I go to the farmers market and I get what I need. That way, a grocery store, I really don't have to worry about the cost of um, the inside of aisles at any grocery store is basically just or is artificial food. It's just basically processed food. The inside aisles of any grocery store, unless it's Whole Foods or something like that, it's all processed. So I'm buying everything that should be on the outside of a grocery store from a place that should be like farmers market, then leave there, go to the meat market, and break the stuff down myself. It's cheaper that way. I'm not paying grocery store prices because something they imported in that's right around the corner. You know what I mean? And they're going to charge you for it. So I like to shop in different places. Now, if I'm doing an event, I'm with vendors just like anyone else. Baldor for meats, they're nationwide. So when I travel, I don't have to worry about if I can use Baldor or who can I use here. Baldor is global; they're everywhere. You can use United Foods or use those too, but you need a $10,000 account before you even mess with them, or they mess with you. It's not going to even happen. So, but Baldor is one of those people that will. Most produce people in the area, you do your research before you leave and travel anywhere. And you'll know what's available and who's going to deal with you. And it's a lot of homework before you travel. You know, people look for restaurant depots and things like that, but Nevada doesn't grow vegetables, so it's going to be a little harder, you know, to get fresh, vegetables. So I have my shrimp here that I've cooked. All right, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with these here. Turn them off. So right now I'm gonna chop up. Anything else, Didi, that I missed? Did I answer everything correctly?
No, 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 no. I'm loving what you're making there. It looks delicioso. Oh my goodness. I'm definitely gonna have to invite you back on the show. And then next time I'm gonna cook the same time you're cooking. So I think that'll be pretty cool. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I love cooking with people, with everybody in the kitchen. I encourage people cook together. That's a lot of. We're not cook together, eat together, Didi. A lot of people don't eat together. Before I cut this, cilantro, I like I like it to be known. Like I see a lot of people, even chefs online or in my presence, they'll take parsley, they'll take um, cilantro, and stems are everywhere. They're cutting the stems up, and I never got that. When you're doing elegant things, and people, for one, if I were to cook this or put it into anything hot, the leaf is going to cook before the stem. The stem is still going to be what, uncooked or chewy. Things that get stuck in your throat. It's just the throat. I always take those things out to make sure that I got them out. I think for garnish only, splooshes. A sploosh is what this looks like here. It has a stem on it, looks like a four-leaf clover. That's it. That's what you put on top of something to garnish it. But as far as your food, and I take it like a chiffonade cut, I'll take it all in my hand and I'll roll it up like if I'm rolling just if I'm rolling it, or you can't see. I'm sorry. I just take it and I roll it. Tuck it in, no sticks, and then I'll just like a julienne cut, nice long little stems.
Ooh, okay. I like that. I like that.
Right, so it looks like nice little grass, right? It's not all beat up, and when it's like this, it doesn't turn brown real quick when it sits in air like it would if it was just chopped up. So Elegant cuts, man, and make stuff look good. People just chop it up and chop it up, and it looks horrible. It looks like someone didn't take their time with your food, and you get the flavor. You taste the cilantro when it's cut this way. I didn't have to do a bunch of chops on it where I'm sweating out the flavor of it. If it gets wet, that's what it's going to do. It's going to sweat out the flavor. So if you keep messing up with it, friction causes heat. This gets warm, and it starts to work. That's it. It's all done.
So I just got an inbox and they asked, are there certain tool, like certain, I guess, knives or whatever that you would prefer to cook with? You know, some chefs have their preference. Like they would only, you know, cook with this or cook with that. I mean, what about you?
Yeah. When I'm at work, of course, I like to use. I have knives, real good knives. That can't cut my babies. You know, that would cut my baby's arms off if they were here. But they're in a lockbox, like a toolbox, where my ice carving tools are. But at home, I use knives like this. This is actually a Christmas gift. I have all of them. They're lifetime warranty. You know what I mean? They keep a nice edge on. These are just Cuisinart. They're not, but they have codes on them. If you can see code numbers. And they do the job. I just asked online the other day, like, what knife would I use the most? And people are like, oh, the blue or the orange is this knife. The carved fruit, this is the paring knife. I have more paring knives than I have any knife because I'm carving fruit and I'm making things into baskets and birds out of apples, and you know it's an ongoing thing.
Now, I like the fact that they're very colorful. That's cute.
Yeah, yeah. So I love that. And I know exactly what I'm picking up. I mean, because they have the covers on them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean my cutting board and just flip it over here. And I'm going to cut up this here, my avocado. I'm going to cut it up here.
Now, I love avocado. I would eat it plain. I eat it like an orange.
Huh?
I said I love avocado. I will sit and eat it like an orange.
So I'm going to just chop this up. I'm not even going to put it in the food processor. All right. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a line, and then I want to go ahead and go ahead. I'm going to get a little lime in here. All right, and we're just going to take some of the seasoning, same seasoning, over the avocado. That's it, not a lot. And I'm just going to
All right, I'm gonna bring my. I'm gonna let you see my mother-in-law real fast. She's looking at your food. I'm gonna let her say hello to you.
all right.
Well, good afternoon. How are you today?
I don't
I
think
am
you can
good.
hear
How
me.
are you?
I am fine, thank you. How was your day?
I'm sorry. Oh, you're so
How was
cute.
your day?
My
She
day
said,
was
"How was your day?"
it was awesome. I know what she said. She's so cute. I was focused on her beauty. you know I can cook, right?
Huh?
She said, you know I can cook.
You like food?
Yeah, I just found out.
Okay,
What
all
you
right.
gonna
Now
make?
you know. Let me. Now you got me.
Now you're gonna
How
make
old
me
are
a
you?
meal?
I'm
Huh?
sorry.
What did you say?
I said, how old are you?
25.
She
55?
she said 25.
You said 25.
She said
And she said
25.
it so quick.
She said, look, we don't tell our
So
age.
this is a glass I got for Christmas, right? But it's
Mhm.
perfect for what I need to do. So with the chicken, I'm just gonna split through the chicken, and you see how I got this perfect circle, right?
Right.
And we still eat those.
Okay. Chicken dinner.
Chicken dinner.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay,
All
I'm
right,
gonna
so we're
put the
gonna come back.
avatar back on. She said, okay.
Nice meeting
She said, nice meeting you.
Likewise. I'm sorry, I'm trying to cut you.
Oh gosh, it looks so
All right, so we can
delicious. It
go ahead
really
and
does.
get this. We're having cucumber. And I have some regular. I'll move that. This one just sits right there. That's going to be a breakfast. We're going to go. And one's going to get the chicken's going to get a sriracha aioli. Okay. And then what we're almost ready for the, so now we're going to do the shrimp. And for the shrimp, I have a sriracha, a sweet chili. And these are 6280 shrimp, so they're like medium, and because of that, they'll shrink. So I like to put maybe 2 or 3. In this instance, we're gonna just put 2 because they sit well. The reason you want to put 2 because if I was gonna do a pass hors d'oeuvre and one falls off on your nice beautiful dress, you're gonna be mad. But you still want to use. You want to get that.
Oh wow, that
Matter
looks
of fact,
so
on
good.
this one, I'm sorry. Let me wash my hands. I never have a plan. So it's not rehearsed before I come on here. So let's go now and put down the avocado. That way it looks completely different than the first one. And then I'm just gonna drop some sauce, a little sauce on the top here. Okay, so then just a little bit because it's recording. I can barely hear. Okay. And then I'm just gonna drop a little bit on the top here. All right. And then again, some last one here, all I'm going to do is take I'm going to take a hard boiled egg, or you can take a sunny side up or over easy and just drop it in there. But you want to cook the egg a little under. Okay? Now, this is going to be difficult, but I've done it before. I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to take out its yolk. That's cooked, and it should fit perfectly.
Your name is, I don't think folks can see because your name is in a way. So whenever you get a chance, pull it up so folks can see it.
Oh, absolutely. I just have to, what did I do? What did I do? Oh, spike. So I'm just going to clean the plates and I'll bring them up here.
For those who are just joining right now, this is Chef Gary Kinsey. Yum, yum, yum to the tum.
All right, let's clean up the plates and then I'll. Just one more. All right, are you ready? Can you see?
No, yeah, it can see much better now. Yeah, if you lift it, put it towards it.
All
Oh
right.
my gosh, look at
So
that.
these are considered
Wow.
basically past hors d'oeuvres, or even like at wedding
Oh wow.
wedding for tasters and things like that.
Mhm.
Someone wants to know if this was going to be the full meal. We'll give it to them just like that. That way
Oh
you can
wow.
taste just in a tasting. So you have the 6280 shrimp over the limed avocado and the cucumber with the cracker. This is just a small portion of your protein, your vegetable superfood, as well as the cucumber and the starch, all in one. It's just one of those things. And the same thing, you have a portion size, snack size, like biteable. This will hold you over until an hour of cocktail before you get to dinner, while you're drinking, things like that. This is just, but it has the same seasoning and spice as anything else. Now, the breakfast avocado is not for most. This is definitely for the gym heads who are out the door to the gym and they want fruit and like a boiled egg. This would be perfect for them, just like a keto. You know what I mean? It's not for everybody, but this is the chicken, flavorable. If you're not an avocado person, perhaps you will be that day. The same thing with the shrimp. You know, the shrimp is going to be banging just like it would be if you had a plate full of them. But it'll hold you over until you can get to, the dinner part after cocktails. a lot of people don't get to eat out like that and don't know the difference between coming in and having an hour cocktail before you have dinner and things like that, where it's just past hors d'oeuvre. They've never really got to see what that is. You know, they've only been to weddings or they've been to parties where it's a setup, where the buffet, they can walk up to it and just start eating. They've never had the full experience of 4 courses, 6 courses. And I get it. Not too many people want that experience. But I don't want people to be mistaken and misled by appearances.
My gosh, that looks so delicious, delicious. My mother-in-law, she's like, that looks, I'm gonna let you see her face. Wait, here you go.
Can you see me?
Yeah, he can see you. Yeah. She loves it. She loves it. That is delicious.
Now. Hold on. Remember at the beginning of this conversation, I told you I worked with seniors and children first because they're very, very honest. Right?
Yeah. I'm one of the senior.
We're not talking about you. We're talking about the other seniors out there in the world that you want, and in about 70 years, you'll catch up with them. But for right now,
I used to be a cook one time too.
So what do you really think about it? If you walked into a restaurant, would this be your choice? If you just saw it from a parent?
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, beautiful.
Not my grandfather. No. He's going to walk right past this. He's not going to think. He's not going to take a second look at it.
Oh, but that looks delicious. It looks good. Yeah, it looks good.
Mm-hmm. I just had the ends of the chicken. It's absolutely fabulous. It's cooked well. It's very seasoned.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all you're going to taste. Even the spiciness on here is put out by the avocado. The sweetness of, the with the cumin, and there's also cinnamon.
Mm.
The reason there's cinnamon because there's so much cayenne. Something has to balance out.
Oh wow!
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you, it looks delicious. And so some folks are wondering how can they follow you so they can, all of the other recipes that you're making and stuff like that. How can they follow you? How can they keep up with you?
Well, as you know, I go live all the time on Facebook. But there's other. I would just follow Chef GLK on IG. And from Chef GLK, I always lead to another door where you'll find a recipe or two. I'm in the business of selling recipes, but Gary Kinsey, if they just go to Gary Kinsey on Facebook, that's nothing but food. It's a page, nothing but food. They don't have to deal with my antics, none of that. It's just nothing but food or exquisite catering and ice.
Oh, wow.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Wonderful.
I have a lot of pages because I do a lot of things. So ice sculptures are on one page. Gourmet, which is designs, are on one page. Hors d'oeuvres, things like this, is just one page. You have the dishes, that's one page. Because you got to sell things in sections. We got to break it down into sections.
Awesome.
People like selections.
Awesome. Okay, so this is the part I really hate is at the end of the show, and I'm so happy that you came on. The food looks delicious. One quick question: who's going to eat that food that you just made? Because I know I ain't there.
I'm not sure, so I'm hoping maybe it's going to be a coin toss. My daughter, she might eat something on here, but it's not going to be incomplete. Now, her mom, it might be the same thing. So that's why I made hors d'oeuvres, because it may not. They may not.
It may or may not. Well, it looks delicious. I will definitely serve that at my next my next gathering. I will definitely go ahead and do that. So I hate to do this, but it's the end of the show. And I thank you so much for coming on again. Everybody, the chef is back, y'all. The chef is back.
I want to see if my daughter's going to eat it. Are you going to eat it?
Oh, yes. Delicioso.
So this one is avocado and chicken. This is shrimp and avocado and cucumber.
It's nice meeting you.
I don't think she sees it.
What is this?
I can tell you she's not because she doesn't like the sauces on them. They got to be dry anyway.
Yeah. I don't like crackers.
And she doesn't like crackers. That's a wrap. So no.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Dee Dee, it's been a pleasure again having me on. I appreciate you so much.
Yes, yes. I appreciate you being on here, and I definitely would love for you to come back. And next time you come back, because it's already buzzing in my inbox, next time you come back, I'm going to be cooking the same thing. You're going to be teaching me how to make it, and I think that's going to be so much fun. So thank you so much.
Idea.
Yeah, man. That's going to be a good thing. That's going to be a good thing. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. Give your daughter a hug. Give your kids a hug and a kiss for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the meal. Everybody, I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this show. Please share this video. Share this video, like this video, and leave comments on this video to let us know what you think. And Chef Gary, you keep doing you, and thank you again. You've been a blessing.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Peace, peace.
Very nice.